We're going live in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another segment of the Quarantine Issues and the Better Thing to Do podcast. I am your host, Jay-Z Bruds, and we got our boy King underscore Yuli, no soul double underscore. We're going to roll the intro, and then we're going to get right into it. And we are back once again. This is going to be episode 27? 26, 27? I don't know. I've lost track at this point. We kind of just record them and upload them and
Look at that, dude. Look at us being YouTubers, dude.
YouTubers.
Now
Hey,
we're on.
I had a proposition, and I kind of want to do it like early in the podcast to
68.
see if we can get some feedback from the peeps.
Okay.
As a podcast, we don't really have a slogan or anything. Like, you know how like some people like Arby's is like we got the meats.
So do we.
Sure.
I think that's copyright infringement.
No,
Or unless the
ours will
slogan
be-
is
So do we.
so do we.
So it's like milk has got milk. So do we.
Like, what is that? Like, we make it easy. We make it easy on you. What commercial's that?
So do we.
Dun, dun, dun.
That little jingle. There you go.
Toyota.
Yeah, so do we.
You make sense. So do we.
You
You got better things to do. So do we.
I don't know. Like, I was thinking, like, I don't know.
I kind of like the so do we because you can throw it on anything
Yeah.
just like better things to do. I kind of like the versatility of it. It's growing on.
We parody it, dude. And then
Yeah,
we can make like
it's growing on it.
got better things to do, like in the got milk. But then we write so do we. So we'll just parody stuff. Ba da ba ba ba. I'm loving it. Or so are we. I'm
See,
loving
look,
it.
I kind of fuck with the versatility of it.
Jack's in the box. Nah, dude, we're on the box. So are we.
I don't think that's the slogan.
Carl's Jr.
It's-
Isn't it like stay late, stay up late or some shit like that?
Stay munching.
So do we.
So do we, dude.
What's Popeyes?
Louisiana. Right?
So do we.
No. Yeah. That's the power of
Tobacco-
pine saw, baby. So do we.
Tobacco kills. So do we.
Eat fresh. So do we.
So do we. See, I kind of fuck with it because you got to give it a little pause.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there you go. I was gonna leave it up
There it is.
to vote, for the
What do you think this is? Some kind of democracy?
yeah. That how like moronic of me. I was gonna leave it up to the masses, but it seems like this is an authoritarian dictatorship. You guys don't
Exactly
have
what this is.
say on shit regarding the
Sorry.
podcast.
Oh,
Sorry, bud. Had your chance.
You guys get to just plug in your headphones and then just take it.
Too slow, dude.
so do we.
So do we.
Oh.
There you go. So there it is.
Perfect.
Shirts coming soon, maybe. I don't know. I'll see. But yeah. Damn, I have that song stuck in my head that we were talking about just before the podcast. That Mosca song.
Oh, the Juanga song?
Yeah, according to Yuli Juanga.
Right,
Dude,
if,
you would be a
if,
horrible Shazam.
what, dude? I'm the best.
Yuli's the worst, dude. You're fake news.
I could hear any type of melody, any type of riff, any type of beat, and I'll know the song, dude.
And
Like that.
associated to the wrong artist.
And the wrong title.
I'm not gonna find you the song. I'm more of a. It sounds like that. So Shazam more like ShamWow. Shazam. I'm the knockoff version.
The Great Value version.
Yeah, dude.
The Kroger.
You'll be like Booyah or something. The Shazam sounds like something you would yell. So it has to be something else you yell. Kapow!
Chinga su madre.
Gato!
Gato. Actually,
There it is.
I think Gatu is actually like some like sort of like Latino like media thing. Let me see.
A cat. A cat. Isn't Gatu a Latino cat?
Oh,
Let's
it's a
see.
gato. Gato.
I can't remember. I could have sworn. I don't know. I might be misremembering. It's like a purple logo, but
Wait, how do you think they do that? The Sham Wow, the Sham Wow, the Shazam. I don't know why I got that stuck in my head. The Shazam thing.
the
Like I,
ShamWows they just absorb. They're really absorbent.
guys, the
We're
Shazam
gonna love
thing.
my nuts.
Like, what is it that the things is hearing?
The
Because
I
what?
think it,
Because
frequencies.
I
some.
I think each song is encrypted with a certain frequency.
Yeah.
I
That
Whoa.
remember hearing that. I think a professor told me that.
no.
That's how it picks it up.
That's how they are. That's how like they really are. That's how you get copyright claims on YouTube. That's why we can't play music or anything that's not that's we don't have the rights to, or I think you get a DMCA, I believe it's called.
So all songs that have been published have an encrypted frequency,
I
or
believe
just
so.
songs in general that are like on the internet or on media, whatever.
I think I'm assuming that when if it's like published, or I mean nowadays I guess if you have it on like some kind of streaming service,
Interesting.
because like you could put like say you have something like DistroKid,
Mm.
you could pay DistroKid, upload a song and they'll put it on streaming services, and I'm assuming they would probably do that.
Interesting.
I may be wrong on that, but I'm assuming that's probably how that works.
That's
Yeah,
crazy.
the music world is kind of crazy. There's a lot of like as a
I,
regular person, like you kind of just think as the music world as like, oh yeah, like just guys like well, at least you know like the perspective that was always given at my household. It was always like, oh, just lazy people who just play instruments. Like they just record. They probably don't do nothing all day, and then they just like sell their music and then they make millions. That was kind of like
that
always
sounds great.
the stereotype, but I think is a lot more complicated than that. Like
Yeah.
by
As
like a
everything
lot.
is really
Yeah.
Yeah, like
like
taking it
everything.
back to like how. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh, just that everything has its chiste.
Yeah.
You know, like no matter how simple you think it is, there it's really like not. Everything
Just
has its
like
own skill set.
just even the fact that like humans figured out how to like get sound and now put it on something that makes it like a physical tangible thing. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Like vinyls and like now it's all through frequencies in wires. Like
Just in general, it's kind of crazy how the humans have figured out how to domesticate like everything.
a lot of things.
Whether it's light, whether it's fire, whether it's sound.
Cow cows
Oh, I
Tigers.
was reading a book called *Sapiens*. I forget the author. I have it up here somewhere.
of
Um,
the homos.
sure. It's called *Sapiens*, and the one of the first chapters it talks about how farming and crops actually domesticated the human. Like people like to think of that like we as humans domesticated like plants and farming, but it's actually the other way around. Farming domesticated humans because humans were nomads. They used to be hunter gatherers, and they used to run the plains and just following the animals, their migration patterns. But once they figured out how to farm, the farm the actual act of farming domesticated the human in the sense that now you're forced to stay in one place. Like now you can't go anywhere because you have to tend to the land. And by proxy, the land domesticated the human to stay in one spot. And when I read it like that, I was like, oh shit, that's an interesting point of view. I had never thought about it that way. And like we were talking about like how we've domesticated a lot of things. Like
Mhm.
there's certain things that have domesticated us, and farming is one of them.
Huh. I would have thought that like just the environment like domesticated us because yeah we were like nomads and traveling, but once we got to like a terrain that we couldn't like live on, but like we were stuck here or something, like we were forced to try to like make it work, like that, like the environment is what like
Well, I don't think so,
kept us.
because if you, I think no, because I mean, in a way, yes, but also you could just leave.
True.
Like there was no need to stay. You could just like if you got to a shit spot, it's like there were simple people. They were like, why are we gonna do this to ourselves? Let's just go back.
Hmm.
So that's why like farming did make you stay in one place, whether it rained, whether it was hot, whether it was cold. You couldn't like just avoid that. You had to now face the consequences of having to tend to the land.
Interesting.
So
And
yeah,
now like with domesticating animals, you don't have to go hunt anymore.
yeah,
You just grow it there.
hmm
I see where you're going with this, dude.
yeah. It was a very
Wait,
interesting concept.
wait, bro, lower your voice, dude. Our boss is here.
Oh shit, the CEO of Mono
Yeah, dude.
Records,
CEO.
Senor,
Mr.
don't look him
Mr.
in the eye.
Mr.
Don't
Mono
look him in.
himself.
Don't look him in the eye, dude. Hello, sir. How's it going?
He's just observing. He's just here to see. Look, he's like he's checking around. He's seeing what's up.
Alright.
And he's like, I don't know about this guy over here.
How's it going, sir? You look beautiful today, sir.
He likes what he sees.
Mr. Mono.
Oh my god, dude. Dude, I get tense every time he's up there, dude. Just like a man with so much power. Oh my god.
Yuli's butt cheeks clench so hard he can put like a rock and it'll turn into a diamond.
Yeah,
Oof.
dude. Like
Wait,
you see
is
how
it a rock or is it coal?
Is it coal? Coal,
I think it's coal, right?
right? Yeah.
For a second,
you
I was
see-
like, wait, what?
Anyways, whatever he puts in his butt cheeks and clenches turns into a diamond.
Yeah, dude. Like, how do you think this water bottle's staying afloat, dude? I gotta clench the cheeks. Is anyone thirsty?
Ew. That's gross as fuck. anyone, is anyone thirsty?
I think that's the show.
Just me.
Mona said you were canceled.
Wow, dude.
He's-
Speaking of clenched butt cheeks, today I was watching some videos to like motivate me,
Mhm.
and one of them was the like Mr. Olympia videos, and like all the poses and all the and all the
Who specifically?
I don't know. It was like just a compilations. But then when they got to this pose and they did the Nacho Libre, and like their butt cheeks, it looks like
They're like
fists.
grainy.
Yeah, they're like fists on their back. It was like crazy to like see that, like that's not how I thought a butt like can get or can look like.
Yeah, dude, you could see the lines.
That's like I didn't even know our butts had lines. Instead of
'Cause you don't work out.
like I thought we had the stretch ones, but not like those kind. I was like, whoa.
You could be a bodybuilder, dude,
Well, I know.
because you're that height. No, no,
Oh.
not because I think you're muscular.
That's what I
I
was
mean,
gonna say too.
You have the height for it.
You're like 5'8", right?
5'7", but thank you.
5'7", yeah. Like that is the sweet spot. That
Yeah.
too.
Most
For-
bodybuilders are like below 6 feet. They look huge. But they're very short.
like John Cena, low key. Like there's a video of him.
They need like 6
like on
feet.
yeah. Oh no. I thought he was shorter.
That he was like 6'2".
Or even? Oh really? They're tall.
Let me see.
Yeah.
But even then,
I-
he's over 6 feet.
Huh. And whoever
Oh, his
he was
6'2".
standing next to. Okay, but dude, that's like as tall as like or I think even our friend Brandon's taller than that. So like, and Brandon, like, seeing, like, just having perspective, like John Cena's just like right there. So I'm like, damn, he's not like that tall. But on TV, they all look like giants.
It's
Yeah,
just the
dude.
angles.
Oh shit. Okay, Jack,
Mm.
can you put a picture up for the people?
Yeah, link it.
Um, it's just it's a bodybuilder named Dexter Jackson.
Dexter.
Oh no, better yet, Kai Green.
Oh,
Ooh,
I
I
know
know
who
him.
Kai Green is.
Apparently, he's 5'8".
Yeah,
That's me, dude. Oh yeah, actually that's another one because he came out on Stranger Things, and then I remember there
He's
I'm
the one
like,
with
damn,
he's the one with the ponytail.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Kai Green.
let me
He's
show
your height,
a
yeah,
picture
yeah, yeah.
that's not
No, no,
too.
but
I do remember
significantly
him.
bigger.
Yeah, I remember him like being, or me being to him like, dang, he's actually short. What the hell? Because he came out on
Oh,
Stranger Things on the second season or third season.
this is the
And like next to the other characters, he was small, and I was like, what the hell?
this is Kai
Yeah,
Green. He's a small man.
in height.
Yes,
Yeah, yeah.
because in
Everything else is like
mass and density, he is the opposite of a small man.
because there's another guy named Dexter Jackson. I didn't realize he was this short. Apparently, he's 5'6".
Hmm.
That's right there, dude.
There, there's a lot of really short guys. Like Arnold is one of the taller ones at 6'2".
Hmm.
But I'm looking at a bunch of like bodybuilders, and they're all really short.
I learned in anthropology that the reason why she addressed this point, my professor, that the reason why bodybuilders are tend to be short is because of the smaller bones, the muscles are able to get bigger. Because if you're a longer person, your muscles are gonna stretch, making you look like you have less mass than you actually do. But when you're short, your muscles are able to like span sideways a little more because they don't have to worry about the stretching part.
Is that why
So,
Kevin Durant has a tiny calf?
Yes, that's why like tall people look like
Real lanky.
lanky. Yeah,
so like the perfect ones are like
like around five
uh
six.
no, no, I meant for like, really like ripped people are usually short, and then like the tall ones are usually like a little bit skinnier, not too muscular. So then like the
Wait,
good the well, go ahead.
wait. I don't know if ripped is the right word.
Yes,
And then
don't
what?
confuse body fat with
Okay, so
muscle
what
Because
mass.
how would you
ripped,
how would you
to
describe?
me, ripped is basically someone with a lot of muscle definition, not necessarily muscle mass.
Yes.
Or isn't that what the bodybuilders are? They're
No,
just like,
they
no.
put on muscle, but like someone who's ripped
Mhm.
is like they're like the guys who are like really thin, but you can see every
See
muscle.
like everything. Okay.
Yeah, versus someone who's like I think you're looking for the word like jacked.
Okay, so then bodybuilders jacked, and then you have like top people sometimes are like just kind of like scrawny, skinny. So I think like then the perfect like physique will probably be like a tall like power lifter. So kind of like
Thor.
who's
Thor.
like Thor the Mountain, or the other one I forget his name, who's also like pretty tall. Or that's a good one actually. Thor the Mountain. Like he's that tall, but he's also that like big where his muscles still like
Yeah.
come out, or he just has that much meat on him.
I think at that point it's just genetics because when you look at other like big men,
Hmm.
like a lot of like distance runners are they're from African descent and they're very tall people. They're like 6'3", 6'4", but they're all very thin,
Hmm.
very long muscles, and long muscles are made for endurance,
Hmm.
for like a sprint, like a marathon, while while shorter muscles have more burst, more power.
Dude, or like Shaq, dude, that big old human of him,
Yeah. See, like dudes like
tall,
Shaq and like Thor, those guys are like genetic like exceptions.
crazy. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm saying like those are like probably like
Zion.
yeah.
Zion, yeah.
But
Zion.
he's like 6'5", no, a little, not too.
Yeah, he's like
He's not too
6'5",
tall, but he's a thick guy
Mm-hmm.
for
almost
that
300
height.
pounds. Almost 300 pounds, bro. I think
300.
I,
That's crazy.
I think they made him shave. I think they made him go down to 240, no? Like 240, 250, or is he still up there?
No, I don't think he. I think they want him to be there, but I don't think he's dropped down there.
Let me see.
I would give him probably 280 at the lightest.
I think it will happen to him later in his life when he will finally like, because he's still a kid, right? So, but once he starts like
It
maturing and getting
depends
that
because
focus. Well, I
it
mean, if they get him
depends
fast, like quick train him fast enough, then yeah, he could like get to where like
because if he busts a shack, then he's just
yeah.
gonna get fatter.
Cause Shaq was like kind of fit when in his rookie years, and then when he got to
Yeah,
like the Suns after the Heat, like he kind of just chilled, got a little heavier, and
I
then
mean, didn't Kobe always say that like Shaq would be a phenom if like he was at the gym?
right.
Yeah, cause
Like
cause
he lived off of like natural talent, and it was like imagine if he'd put work into it.
that would have
Mhm.
been crazy. Cause like a dude like Zion, he's fucking 19 and he's a genetic freak. Like tall and just he can put on a ton of weight. That's
He is a
like
man child. That's how
Literally,
everyone on ESPN describes him.
just wait
A
until
man
that.
child.
Just wait until that big baby like gets old enough.
they're
Then he's
like
gonna have competition.
when he was in the talks of like being like of who was gonna get him, I started going back to his like younger years and with Duke and then like in high school, and then like that dude reached like adult maturity at like fucking 11.
Fuck,
It's
dude.
fucking insane. Like he peaked so hard so fast. I was like,
That's probably what
holy
happened
shit.
to me.
Humble brag. It's a humble flex or what?
That little humble flex. Not just a look, just just a little something.
For the people.
Just a
Oh,
little,
don't flex so hard. You're gonna tire yourself out.
just a
Bruh,
little,
don't flex too hard, bro. I'm gonna have to censor this.
just a little. You know,
We don't want to get taken down.
bro. Look, I flex so hard, I got a hole in my shirt, dude. She hold me down, dude. Hold me back. Yeah. Wait, going back
See,
to
look,
actually the bodybuilders, real quick.
Uh huh.
I think they should start coming out with some fancier poses. It's always the same ones, right? It's always these. It's always these. It's always like the Shawn Michaels. Bro, like get creative, dude. Get like a leg up here and just show like the calf, like, like put your like do one of these, like, you know.
What is
They're
that,
always
like a
doing the
yoga
same.
pose?
Well, I mean, just do something. No, actually, Kai Green. You know what? Shout out to him because I've seen some of his, and he'll be like doing splits. He actually does like a routine into some of them. Like he does like a dance choreograph, and then he like gets into it. So like him, like Kai Green, actually right now, shout out. He's doing. I think
He came in
what
second. He was always a second place guy.
it's because dude, they're just. He's in 2000 and like 58.
They didn't
Everyone
want him
else
to
is
win.
yeah, dude.
They didn't want him to win.
It's a valid reason because as I've watched copious amounts of videos about like Mr. Olympia. That's like the out of like for bodybuilders. That's the main shit. Like that's their Super Bowl,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
right? And that like Kai Green always was second place to Phil Heath. Phil Heath, I think, fuck, how many did he win? Like 8, I think, in a row. But it was always said that like the judges favored the incumbent. So if you incumbent, do you know what that means?
I want to like they favor the underdog.
No.
The
They
opposite of that?
favored they favored the one who was the previous winner.
Ah, okay.
So if like you won 1 year and you came back the next year, you were already favored to win again.
Mm.
Unless there was like an outstanding, like you dropped the ball completely, but like let's say you brought in the same physique, you were likely going to win again. So
Interesting.
there was controversy. No, there was controversy
I knew you were
that
gonna say that.
that some of those Kai Green should have won, but they were like, Phil Heath is still here, so we're gonna give it to him. Especially like at the end, like I think the last one he got, people were giving him shit because he had what people call a bubble gut or a turtle shell. Like it looked like he had like a turtle shell for abs. Like
Oh, I
he
think
had a
yeah.
6 pack. He had a 6 pack, but like he had like a big ass panza.
He was like
Isn't
floating.
that due to supplements?
No one really knows exactly why, but some people are saying supplements. Some people say insulin. I think is a
What if
possible cause.
he ate a lot of pasta and he's just bloated?
It's just like inflammation, no?
Well, well, that would be irresponsible. I think that would be worse
Yeah.
because why would you eat pasta on the biggest day of your career?
That's what they usually do after, no? They just like chow down a bunch of carbs
I think that's runners.
or whatever.
They carbo load before a marathon.
Oh, I meant after, like since you're like dieting, I'm assuming. So then like
I don't
after
know.
they like give me a big ass pizza.
Bro,
I think
I
you
have
drink water because you have
speaking
to
of,
dehydrate, or else you look watery.
speaking of like marathon runners, like
Oh,
I have a lot of respect for like the what are they called? Like the
triathlons
Ironman.
triathlon, yes.
or
No, no, no.
decathlons?
There's like I forget what they're called, but it's like there's a race that it's 140
Academic
a hundred
academic decathlon.
no 100 it's like 140 miles that you have to run.
The big
Two
marathon,
marathons.
A marathon's like 25 miles.
7 marathons.
Yeah.
Well, regardless, like I read this book by this guy named David Goggins. He's an ex Navy SEAL, and he talked about like how he became who he is now, and like a lot of the shit that he went through, and he wanted to raise money for I believe it was a veteran charity. Um, and then one of the ways he thought of doing it was through running, and then he said like, oh, what better way than to raise money than to go to like the big races, and then like he just he just did it. He just
He
did like
smoked everyone.
100-mile races. No, he didn't smoke everyone. Like it was like a big learning process, because
Mhm.
he was like, I just went into this like not knowing what the fuck I'm doing, but he just like I have a lot of respect for that dude, and like just people that run, people that can just like get in that mindset of like, okay, I'm gonna like today's the day I'm gonna bust 140 miles running. That's fucking
I see.
insane, dude. And I see Noé like shaking his head over there because
I hate cardio.
you hate cardio.
1 fucking mile is an eternity. I can only imagine like a fucking marathon, let alone 140 of those motherfuckers. Hell no.
Yeah.
Hell no.
I think
No.
there's 200 mile races too.
What?
Or
Nah. That's
just
why.
do
That's why. That's why we made cars, dude. What are you doing?
just do what
What are you
Forrest
doing?
Gump did, dude, and just run across America.
It's like, who needs a car when I could just run to Vegas?
That's
Nah,
pretty
nah,
much it, huh?
chief.
Running from there to there.
That ain't it, chief. Nope. Nope. Skip.
Or
Nope.
do
Nope.
the do you know who Mike Posner is? Mike Posner?
Yeah.
I took a meal in the beach. That was cool. That guy. He did a thing I think last year where he walked across all of America, like nonstop. And but in one of them he got bit by a snake, and he still, after he like thought he was gonna stop, once he got good he finished it. So I think that's what you should do, Noe.
No,
Yeah, I'll be there with you.
no,
I'll hold your hand, and we could do follow the leader style.
no. You know why? Because I'm not gonna get any satisfaction from doing that. Okay. Neither will the world, because I mean he finished it. I guess I never heard about him finishing it, and I'm sure whatever day he finished it on was like just for like a couple hours, and then everyone forgot about it. So it's like, okay, cool.
Sheesh.
You walked across America for what?
There's a
Was it charity? Was it just like a self help thing?
there's
I
an
think it was
endurance
tough.
run called the Bigfoot 200. It's a 200-mile race in the mountains.
Nah, I'd rather just hunt Bigfoot.
Wait,
Oh,
in the
it's actually 206 miles, actually.
Nah, fuck all of that, dude. If you could tell me it's a 6 mile race, and I'd be hell no.
You wouldn't
Fuck
do
that.
like you wouldn't do the LA marathon or the like at least the 5K.
Okay, so look,
the La Puente Marathon.
okay, I need to be just north of 200 pounds to even remotely think about it. Right? The likelihood of me reaching that weight is very little. I don't even think like I would feel comfortable being that light. So, nah, I'm good, Chief. I could just watch, or I could just like be like, congratulations, and then cool, let's go get a beer. We have a homie who does those fucking. I don't
Yeah.
know. Can we say his name?
Yeah, the homie Carlos. Shout out to the homie
Carlos, dude. Nah, fuck that. Fuck all of that, dude. But then again, he's super like skinny and shit.
Yeah.
So, nah, dude, I don't have the knees for that, dude.
See,
What-
listen,
I need to go and get some bionic knees before I do any of that shit.
What
listen,
about like soccer? Would you play like soccer?
The difference is, okay, it's also a mental thing, because I think in soccer you don't feel it as much because you're chasing a ball.
Mhm.
In running, you're just running.
Oh,
Yeah.
so like you have
And I
to have
think
something.
it's like a mental thing that like if I have something to distract me, I don't feel it as much.
it's a
So
mental
for example,
game.
for example, like when I would do cardio, which by the way I hated, I would work to getting like 5 minutes more each time and working up to like an hour. I didn't bother with like how many miles I was doing. I just wanted to do it for a certain amount of time.
Mhm.
The days that were easy were when I found that like whatever I was watching, whatever I was listening to, I was like completely invested in that, and like 40 minutes would fly by.
Mhm.
But if it just happened to be one of those days where like no matter what I watched, I wasn't focused and all I was looking at was like, am I done yet? That shit took forever. So I can only imagine running and being like, bro, are we done? And then it's like, we're a mile and a half in, dude.
Oh, we there.
Yeah,
Like,
like
nah.
see, like I'm a big boy currently, as you both know. But I think one of the things I would like to do is run a marathon. I want to get sub 200 pounds. I want to be between like 180, 190, and I would like to run a marathon. And I hope to do it within like the next 2-3 years, cause I don't know. I've always enjoyed running, as a kid. Like, um, I spent most of my time riding my Chevrolets, so it was always like running everywhere, just everywhere. If my mom wanted me to go to the market because she forgot to grab something, it was like there I went, just Forrest Gump. And
Your
I
fucking
kept
huaraches made out of like
and I
tires and
kept
shit.
running. I had Nikes, bro. What do you mean?
Dude, you have
Forest.
that's how you ran so much, dude. Your huaraches were made out of like firestone like soles, dude.
Them
You
swap
gotta
me.
and then when you ran too much, once you have too many miles on your tires, you have to replace them, dude.
Them
If people can cross deserts in those huaraches, then you could run like a little marathon
Yeah,
in
dude,
in your Nikes.
who needs Nike cleats when you have what fucking chanclas, dude? When you have those huaraches.
That's
The
fucking
Jesus
insane.
ones, dude. Get yourself the Jesus threes.
The Jays, dude. Nah, but dude, I could be fucking 120 pounds and I'd still have zero desire to run.
See, I'm kind of like crazy in the head, so I want to do it. And not
See, but like I personally, I wouldn't feel I don't feel satisfaction doing it. I wouldn't feel any kind of besides like it's over and I'm not doing that again. Is the satisfaction I would feel like I wouldn't feel good you doing it.
okay, because the way I see it, like what you were saying that it's a mental thing, the way I see it is that I was able to beat myself and make myself do something that regular people wouldn't do on a regular day. It's kind of like I worked enough for me to get to this point, because yes, you do need the physical aspect of it, of course, because you need to be able to aguantar el fucking los madrazos, but it I think like running is like 90% mental, and I think and that's one thing that I do want to achieve for myself is have that mental fortitude, yeah, fortitude, to be able to like be like, this is hard, this is sucks. We have cars. Why the fuck am I running? It's more to like, okay, I need to like focus on this task and get it done.
Cool, but I would only do it once. Like
Mm.
like some people do this like
Yeah,
all the time. Like
that's their hobby. That's their hobby. That's their
nah,
thing.
nah.
Yeah.
If I were to do it, it'd be once, and I'm retired from running.
I would do it
I'm
a
not
few
even gonna use
times.
my legs if I don't have to.
I would do it a few times, and I would want to do like an Iron Man, because or like the baby version of an Iron Man, because Iron Mans are like fucking rough as shit. But like at least like a small triathlon where you run for a little bit, swim for a little bit, and then bike for a little bit. I would like to. I would like to do that.
We should do a mud run
Oh,
or
like
like
the Spartan races.
the Spartan races, dude. Domo, my friend Domo did one for his work. Like his work invited the whole people to come do it,
Yeah.
and then the way he described it, like it's something that I think we were like.
See, no, no, it's not
Like
having it.
But look at,
see, look, no. Before you start,
uh-huh,
I did sprints,
uh-huh.
right? It's when I was trying to change up my cardio to do something a little more interesting, and I was doing sprints, and literally on the last set of sprints, my knee popped,
Oh no,
and it's never been fine since. It's been like 2 years now, and
that
it
is true.
occasionally comes back. So if I'm gonna do something like that, I need to go and like I need to go under the knife and get a bionic knee. I need to do some. I need to find out what's going on there
You're going too
and
far,
fix that
bro.
up.
Let's just
No,
get
no, no, no.
let's get you some nice stem cells, bro. Let's go to TJ, get a nice batch of stem cells, and you'll be dandy in like a month or two after
I
the stem
don't.
cells.
Why you make it sound like it's on the side of the road, like stem cells, barato, barato, barato,
Hey,
barato. Like
bro.
no, I don't like that. What am I injecting?
No, there's actual like stem cell places here in the U.S., but you kind of gotta have the connect to go to them. We could just find you the connect and get you some stem cells. Oh, you know
'Cause,
who
like,
did them? You know who did them? Adrian's dad got stem cells on I believe his knee, because his knee was like giving up on him. And then I talked to his dad, and I was like, it might have been like 4 months after he had it done. I asked him, I was like, hey, you're not wearing your knee brace? He's like, yeah, man, like I feel good, like I feel like my knees are like young again. So we can just get you some
right,
stem
dude.
cells, bro.
Yeah,
Make
dude.
no make
Because that,
Noah's knees young again.
I was worried
No,
where you were gonna go with that.
Or
MNYG, bro. Hashtag MNYG.
dude,
See,
just
look.
get some Vaporub.
Wait, no,
Dude.
that's
Rub it
wrong.
on your knee.
That's wrong as fuck. Make Noah's knees young again. MNKYA. There you go. MNKYA.
Okay, I heard Yuli, and that's no. Okay,
Or some
'cause
hot
I
and
have
cold, dude.
I have this. Okay,
Is that baby?
this
Where-
no
what
no
the
no.
fuck?
This is like so you can get a whiff of this. Okay, just imagine like Vaporu times 3.
Oh,
Oh.
Okay, so you can't put too much on because that shit starts to burn.
Is it
wait,
homemade?
can-
It's helped. Uh, But
Where was this conjured?
all you gotta do is like one wrong turn, and then you just hear. So
Wait, what is it?
I might have to get some of that stemmies, some of those stemmies.
Bro, we'll get you the
Or-
most stem cells.
Yeah.
We'll get.
So I have to resolve that issue before I even think about doing any kind of that kind of stuff.
Now,
Even now, like I'm scared of doing like squats,
That's what I
and
was
I
gonna
want to do
ask.
squats, but that's scary because all you need is for that knee to buckle, and then all that weight comes down on you.
wait, then should
It's
I be worried about my ankles?
Yes, for sure.
Fuck,
Dude, you realize you're running in the mud. All you need is for your foot to go,
So
and
I
you're
get
done.
stuck in it. What if I wear boots? Really thick on boots. I'm out there just running in my Uggs, and like, so I have more support on my
Oogs and the Uggs.
Uggs and the Uggs, dude. So then I'm just there, and like, I have more support wrapped around my.
Fool, just get the Crocs. Put them in sports mode.
There you go.
Dude, I'm always Croc ready, dude. Dude, there's some Crocs that it's like these, a little more slimmer, so not big, but then they have like fur around here. But then they're like they have athletic mode. Oof, dude. That's my
What's
next
athletic
birthday
mode?
present. It's just that like it supports you in your athletic activities.
What's the difference
look,
between that and sports mode?
I like how you
But
didn't
sports
explain
mode,
anything.
sports mode, to me is when I want to pay.
Listen,
I love how
okay.
I asked you
Oh
what
my God.
athletic mode was, and you gave me nothing.
Because to be honest, I don't know just because I haven't worn them yet, so I don't really know what power they give me.
Between athletic mode and sports mode?
From what I know, it's sports mode, just because I have them and I like being in sports. They give me security when I want to be more sporty and active. So when I'm like running, or when I have to climb like my backyard, or if I have to like jump a fence.
Okay,
Like,
okay. That we understand. Okay.
okay.
What is sports modes on the Crocs?
What I just said.
No. You haven't answered the question. Physically on the Crocs, pick up your Crocs.
Oh.
What's sports mode?
So this is just
You're-
regular mode, right? This is civilian pedestrian mode.
Okay.
Now you kick it in sports. And now you have this back here, so your chancla can like fly away.
Okay, beautiful.
Right.
That's sports mode. Now, what's
Okay.
athletic mode?
What's athletic mode?
I'm assuming just because I don't have them yet, it will be like this, right? It's sports, but now it's a little bit more higher up, cupped. It cups your ankles a little higher more. So now not only it's supporting your ankles, shit, but now it's supporting like your heel and your bottom tibula and the fibs. So now, if you want to like, it's more for like, if you want to do some like things that will like compact your knees, like jumping off buildings, grabbing rebounds, like if you like jump off a plane and you need something to like give you more like shock absorbent, it's that pretty much.
Sounds pretty solid.
See, so what I heard was, I don't know what I heard. I don't know what I heard. I don't know what I was supposed to gather from that.
I explained it as simply and basically as I could. I will
I think
check the website. Link in the description of the Crocs website. Check it out, dude.
Hashtag ad.
Hashtag we wish it was an ad. Sponsor us, dude. Sponsor me at least. I'm out here wearing all your Crocs. I'm a Croc man. Ding.
You're a crocodile.
I'm a Croc man until we make the alleys, dude. Dude, once we come up with the new alleys and we take over the Croc industry, dude.
The crocistry.
The Crocistry, dude. But look at with us, we'll have the alleys, but now we're gonna have more support on like our toe part.
Are you saying alleys and as in like alligators?
Yeah. Because crocodiles, alleys, we're the opposite, the yin and the yang, dude. Because right now, who else is like who is their competition? No one's out here like in that croc life, like in that whole like genre, that market. Dude, we gotta get in there. It's better when it's better for the environment when there's more than one just person leading the French, leading the economy.
Okay, economy. We said environment.
I meant both. I know I've used both of the terms. Do you need me
Okay.
to explain?
I don't
Since you're
know.
not getting,
I don't know, because when you explain it, I just get more confused.
it's
It's
get to
because
my
you're teaching
level.
you're teaching philosophy,
Mhm.
and I need more like physical science.
I mean, just I like giving you more of the philosophical because I like everyone having their own state of mind, their own way of critical thinking things. If they have this type of solution or this way to do something, go do it that way. If this person think it's wrong, then go ahead do it that way. But then if you fucked up, that's your fault. Go back and do it this way. So I don't tell people like this is how you got to do something. It's if you
So
want
what
to
are
do it
you
that way,
teaching?
go. How to like
I would ask for my refund. I'd be like, what the fuck?
no,
You
dude.
told me you told me fake news.
No, I didn't tell you fake news. I just told
I didn't
you.
I didn't tell you any news.
Yeah, I told you just like I just told you like news. I didn't tell you the right news or the fake ones. I just gave you news. Now it's your way to interpret that news and like you take it to its journey, to its final
See, look,
destination.
I don't like that because I could have just done that myself without you talking.
But some people need a little,
But
like a
you're not
little.
nudging them anywhere. You said it yourself. You're literally not telling them where to go. You're just regurgitating information that may or may not be correct to begin with.
Then I'm not nudging them. Then I'm enhancing their will to want to do it.
To do
So
what
that
though?
is it to whatever they want to do.
Oh, oh,
Yeah. Look at
okay.
this old way of teaching's got to go, dude. Now it's a new way. Let the people wanna teach themselves how to do stuff, and we the
Wow.
educators, the teachers, are just there to um like tell them it's okay, sweetie, you're doing
Okay,
amazing.
okay, so you're being paid to not do your job.
I'm being paid to lead them, or just give them the right mindset to do something, or give them like the attitude they need to want to like
Is
learn it or do something.
is this the scam that you were talking about in the last podcast?
It might or might not be.
Because what you're telling me sounds like one of those like self-help books, but they don't like you give them the book, but it's a bunch of empty pages,
I mean,
and
but
they're supposed to write in their own self-help,
I
and
mean,
you make
why do you think things like Korean barbecue is such like a popular thing? A lot of people like doing their own things now.
no, but they still prepare the meat for you.
Right. But then you do all the cooking. So look at
Yeah, but there's no teaching the cook.
me as a teacher are gonna prepare the meat for my students, and now they're gonna be the ones who cook their knowledge for themselves.
See, look, I would go on rate my professor and be like, 1 star. The guy has no idea what he's talking about. He makes you teach yourself, dude. I could
Dude.
stay at home to do
And
this.
now with technology and like online learning, dude, I just give them a website, Wikipedia. Look at I give you what you need. Here are all the websites, resources. Now you go do it. So that's the only way the kids are going to learn. Trial and error.
Is that the only dude? Oh man,
Yeah. I'm not gonna do
watch
that to
this.
every kid. There are some kids that just like they might be a little crybaby, so I gotta be like, all right, here, give me your hand, and then I'm gonna throw them in the pool, you know. But then I'm gonna, oh, I'm sorry, I fell, right? So they won't be mad at the teacher for like pushing them in the pool. They'll be like, oh, I understand it was an accident. But you know what? like the accident happened to be like a blessing, dude. Like now I can swim. I was always so scared to like get in the pool and swim. You know what? Thank you, Yuli. Thank you so much for tripping and throwing me in the pool. You know?
Sounds. You ever heard of a little movie called Saw?
Yeah.
It's, you have that same philosophy of like you could live, but you need to learn to appreciate life by almost dying. And if you die, then you die.
That
But
was
if you
your fault.
live, you get to appreciate life. And
There we go.
most of all, I, the guy who put you in those situations, am not responsible
But I am the righteous one
Yeah.
because I
And
helped
look
you.
and look at why they have 6 of those movies.
because they didn't catch him. They
Oh,
didn't catch him.
I was
That's
gonna
why
say
he has
because
6
what
movies.
I thought it was because he was doing it right.
Oh,
Wait.
because they couldn't stop him.
Ah, I don't know.
No, I don't know.
It's
I don't know
just
about this scam over here. Ed, and
no.
Eddie over here. Hey, you
I,
mentioned, didn't you mention like you had a scheme of some kind?
well, that was one that I was like waiting to tell you guys.
This one? Oh fuck!
I mean, if you guys are in, I mean, we could go for force.
Not.
Oh, okay. So that's why I need you guys. I need your help on what will be the actual like. Right. So this is like the philosophy, but now what will be like the actual like thing we're gonna teach people, or the thing we're gonna sell to people, or the thing we're gonna like what is that thing?
Oh,
See, so that's why I was gonna mention it today. So because I need your guys' ideas now.
swimming lessons.
I have a pool. Look at that.
So
We're
you're
already
not
halfway
gonna
there.
teach them. All you're gonna do is like, all right, when you feel the water, just move your hands and legs, and just throw them in the water. Just yeet them into the water.
Have you seen that
And then-
video? Have you
What?
seen that video of like a lady? And I guess they're teaching babies how to swim, and she just like just 3 points them into the water.
They're just like Kobe.
Yeah, like what? And the baby just like whoop, and it floats back up, and it's just like there.
Hey, have you seen like the guy who jumps in the water? He doesn't cannonball straight away. I think he does like a sit up right
Oh
before
yeah.
he makes contact,
The
and
splashing
then
guy.
it just looks like a geyser, dude.
The splashing
just-
guy.
Yeah.
The video I sent you guys, like that's me in my pool.
Yes,
is it
but
that
you
one?
haven't done it. You haven't
Well,
done
it's
it.
'cause I have clean my pool. I'll do it. That's kind of crazy. Like you think he's like, just because he's big, but like I have big cousins and big deals, and when they get in the pool, like they don't make that big of a splash. So like he has a technique where like I don't know what it is. I think it's just the like the woof that like
He-
makes the water.
He makes himself into like an arrow point.
Yeah. Because then like if you have too much surface area like this, like it's just. But you have to have something that makes the water like go in itself and just whoop, rebound or something. You know, in the summer, I'll make a video and see how to
Summer
make
is
the
it
bits.
now?
Oh shit, dude! Where has the time
In the
gone?
summer? What do you mean in the summer?
Bro,
Where is
you
the
haven't
time
felt
gone?
this. You haven't felt this heat.
Bro, the Rona quarantine's got me losing track of time, dude.
Look, like I'm extra toasty right now.
Dude. Yeah, dude, I'll do a video in the summer. Wait, we're in July.
Bro, like all like last week and the week before that, last week, it was cold.
I don't like when you do that.
That's why I said it.
Last week. I hate when you do that. Like you'll say yesterday's last week or yesterday's yesterday. Like stop it.
My
Just say
favorite
2 weeks
now
ago.
that I've been saying to like Domo and Lenny is like they'll be like, hey, like at what time you want to meet up? I'll be like, at 12:30 or noon and a half.
Hey, so is noon
Uh-huh.
just 12 o'clock?
Yeah.
And basically, like 12:01 is now afternoon.
No, I think like
It's high
that whole
noon.
hour,
It's
that
high
whole
noon.
hour, I will consider like when it's 1 o'clock. That's when it's afternoon.
Oh god.
Yeah.
Then Mr. Zermino was tripping. Because it'd be like we'd like in fifth grade we'd come back from lunch at 12:30, and he would say good afternoon.
Yeah.
And I was always like, well, how long is noon?
That's hold on.
Wait, so it's morning, noon, afternoon, dusk, dawn, night,
Oh,
and then
look, it
midnight,
says
right?
it says
Uh-huh.
afternoon is often defined as the time period between noon and evening. If this definition is adopted, the specific range of time varies in one direction. Noon is at 12, but the boundary between afternoon and evening has no standard definition. So technically, it's up to interpretation. Like it could be like once it's after 12, it could be like 12:01.
And that
Noon
could
one,
be after.
Yeah, because it
It
technically
wouldn't
is
be wrong.
afternoon. Yeah. I guess it's just
noon
however
one.
you use it.
Yeah, because I remember even as a kid, like him saying good afternoon, and I was like, it's 12:30. Like, wasn't it just noon? Like, how long is noon?
Because
A minute?
in Spanish, there's three, right? There's buenos dias, buenas tardes, buenas noches.
Mhm.
In English, there's like good morning.
Good
Oh no, it's just
afternoon.
three. It's just three. Good afternoon and good evening. Yeah, it's just three. You don't say like noon.
Or good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night.
Oh, there you go. They have four.
And good dawn, good dusk, good midnight. Remember, Jack? Good midnight.
Good man.
I'd rather not.
Waka. Good night. I don't start saying that.
I remember that. I remember it so vividly.
I remember it,
And
but I don't. I kind of like blocked it out.
No, you want me to tell you what?
Sure.
Who would come visit you and tell you good midnight?
Sure.
Okay, so uh, me and Jack went to a jazz camp in the summer. Okay, and it was just probably what, like maybe halfway through that week. We go down to the mess hall. We go down to the dining hall. We're gonna go get our lunch. Either it's lunch, or did we have dinner? Yes, right,
Yes.
right. It was either lunch or dinner, and we were eating spaghetti. And I'm gonna tell you why I know that. We're
Okay.
gonna go get spaghetti. We're going down, and I think me and another one of our homies going first. Jack is behind us, but then one of the professors
Oh
at
no.
the
Oh
institute
no.
opens the door for him. He walks in, and the whole time from that point on, Jack's just like, bro. He's like, he said hello, fool. He opened the door for me. He put cheese on my spaghetti.
He
tells
did.
me midnight.
I remember now.
What? So
I
the
remember.
teacher had the hots for you?
No, he had the hots for the professor.
Oh.
It was because it was the drummer for
Chris the Bat.
for
Oh,
Bruce.
Matt.
Yeah,
John?
Matt. Yeah.
He opened the door for Jack, and Jack fell in love instantly.
Wait, I remember this story now. Okay.
Yeah.
The one that got me was when he comes around to good midnight. I was like, what the fuck does that mean? He's just like,
Wait.
Good midnight.
On the back of the neck.
Good time.
Idlewild was fun as fuck.
Yeah.
It's fun as hell.
I
I had
wish.
one of the best. I'm pretty sure we've probably said it at some point, but I'm gonna say it again because it was a fantastic moment. The the clap in the dining hall.
Oh yes.
One of our friends, uh, one of our friends dropped a plate, right, and it was like one of those ceramic plates. So it just shatters everywhere. Um, who starts clapping first? I don't remember who claps first.
That is lost in time because I also don't remember. I feel
What?
I feel like it might have been Ian,
Uh-huh.
but I also feel like it could have been you, and I also feel
Sounds
like
like
it could have
something.
been me. I
And
I've, I
now that you mention it, if it was me, then he went right after, and if it was him, I went right after. We were
yeah.
likely 1 and 2, but we we start clapping. I'm sure you were number 3 right after us. I'm sure like it might have been 1, 2, and 3, but it would have been like
I'm sure
a
I was like two.
millisecond.
I'm sure I was like 2.5.
Yeah, we were like just milliseconds apart, fractions of a second apart.
So
But we
right when you
probably
drop
like
the
all
plate, like you just
right. It was funny because like the whole fucking dining hall just erupts and everyone's clapping and like dudes are yelling. You can hear them in the back go, "Yeah!" It's so great. And then like our friend, the one who dropped the plate, she's like so socially awkward. So it
already.
was probably like the worst feeling ever, but at the time it was funny.
For,
I'm curious. I'd like to ask her like, what does she remember about that? Because it was a glorious moment.
It was like what, like 400 kids?
It looked like if you watch the first Spider-Man, like the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man, like that cafeteria, it kind of looked like that.
Mm-hmm.
Which I
actually,
didn't know those existed. I thought those were myths, like the lockers.
Mm-mm. Very real.
yeah,
I was like,
lockers.
whoa, just in the gym. It was just like in the locker, like
Oh,
to
you
go to
mean like in the
PE.
hallway? Well, yeah, it's because we went
Yeah,
to schools that like were outside. But like my dad, like he works at like schools that like are like movie schools. Like they're inside in the building. There's hallways and lockers.
that's that's insane. I can't imagine having that.
Yeah,
We had to lug around all our books.
we had to be in the heat, dude.
That I mean that we had AC was only like once in between classes there was no AC. Especially when it got hot, it was like you run to your class, but then you realize you're running to your class.
And
So it was like,
then,
do I stay in the heat or do I go to class?
hey,
It was
if the kids in the sweaters running like this are fine, then you're fine, all right? In the heat.
yes. No, see, look, me and Jack also got popular. What was it? Probably like you had already been there a week. It was probably like my second or third day. We were what was it called? The amphitheater
Yeah.
where it had the parachutes and shit
The amphitheater.
above us,
Oh yeah,
and it's
that's
just
like
like it's like a bowl almost, like a Hollywood bowl type of thing. Where like it
yeah.
all descends at the bottom with like the stage, but you would just go there chill after all your classes at the end of the day. And uh, it was when me and Jack were knee deep in beatboxing, and like our popularity soared the moment we uh, beatboxed, not realizing we were who we were beatboxing around.
We were
And
You guys
eating
were
a
then,
bebop.
so in there.
dude, I'm telling you, I had people coming up to me like knowing me by name, telling me what's up, and like I would say what's up back, and then our homie Ian would be
They'll be
like, "Oh,
like,
who's
"Oh
that?"
my god, it's no
The
way."
homie Ian would be like, "Hey man, who's that?" And I'd be like, "I have no fucking clue. I've never seen that guy before in my life. I
You
don't know who
guys
that
are
is."
hoes, dude.
Yeah, I guess.
You'll be like
I,
boots and cats, and they're like, "Oh."
like I even had like the cooler people there like saying what's up to me, and I was like,
How do I react?
why do you know? Why do you know me? And they knew me by name, and they said my name right. I was like, what the fuck is happening? I thought I
Yeah.
was getting punked. Ashton Kutcher was gonna come out and be like, "You stupid dumb whore! Where's just a prank?"
See, like my favorite
Weird.
thing from that whole camp was the little practice pods after like all the classes.
What the? Why?
Because dude,
Those
it
were the
was like because
They're
it's like
hot.
because like
Obviously.
I didn't give a fuck about that because like to me that was where I had the most growth
Oh,
because
you're
that
being.
because that's when I had a lot of growth musically and I had the most fun. Like yeah, all the classes were fun because a lot of memes came out of our classes. Um, but after the jam sessions were fucking funny as shit, especially with with the crew that I rolled with the first week. We had Birdman, and then like I think the drummer from Upland, and I forget where the bass player was from. I think from like El Dorado, but it was like it was fun as shit. It was, and then we had I had Sivad too,
I forgot about him.
drumming it up.
What play?
He was a drummer.
He was. I didn't know he was a drummer.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's a drummer. Yeah, he's a drummer.
He was a drummer.
Yeah.
So was Dean.
So was Dean. I never really jammed with Dean
Mm-hmm.
because I feel like that dude was just more busy being like a weirdo.
Hey, legit. I couldn't even picture him playing instruments. I can't even like in my head. I look at him, and I don't compute this. Like I don't compute this. This doesn't make sense.
He felt like it felt like he was like the son of like one of the deans.
No, what was he doing if he wasn't doing it?
I never saw him play. That's why I'm like I can't put him behind a drum set.
I did see
But
him. I think he was in jazz too in the second band.
I know he plays because I remember like he had like drumline stuff, like drumline pictures on his Facebook. But like I can't picture him drumming. But I know he's a drummer.
Yeah.
Sivad's another guy. I was like I can't picture him drumming.
And Birdman was a fucking badass piano player.
And he never played to a click. He didn't even know how to play to a metronome till like a year later.
Yeah.
And I was like,
He just
how
had
have you
internal
been this
time.
good? How have you been this good and never used a Met before?
It's just there's some people that just see like I've always thought about like music like that, like because we learned it through school. I've always had this perception of like if you didn't go to school, like you don't really play music. But then I was like, wait, no, that's like a wrong perception because music is it's much like painting, it's much like drawing that you don't have to go to school to understand music. And then
Music makes you.
yeah, like once I understood that, once I got that out of my head, which was very early in like high school, I was like, oh, okay, like yeah, like I had a lot of respect for musicians because I could learn something new from someone, like without the assumption of like, oh, you didn't go to school, like you don't know music. Like when I used to play at the church, like I had that perception still because I was very young, but then like when people were like talking about like certain things that I didn't know, I was like, oh shit, like they know they know things. And then that's when I got my head out of my ass and I was like, okay, like I can't have this perception of like because I felt like that mentality is kind of like what happened in Ottawa, where because all of those kids grew up with private lessons and like just music school. It was very like if you go to school then you know what you're talking about. If you didn't go to school, you don't know what you were talking about. And then like because it's like a lot of the great musicians they didn't go to school for it. It was just like a thing you feel. So now when you mention it, yeah, like Birdman was fucking insane. But I felt like that guy just kind of learned by ear. Much like myself. Like the first year of high school.
I just made noises.
Yeah.
made noises until I realized what kind of noises I was making.
You were
I
just
just showed
going
up for
bebop.
lunch.
Babin?
I just showed up until there was lunch.
Hey, at Idlewild, the breakfast was undefeated.
This is what I want to do to the breakfast, dude.
The breakfast at Idlewild was undefeated. I would occasionally have beefs with like the lunch or the dinner, but never breakfast. Breakfast was undefeated.
I feel like
It's
breakfast is just reliable.
It's
Like
something
Yes.
about,
everywhere.
but no, it was something about the way those mountain white ladies like cooked it. Like
Were they
they
mountain white ladies or were those just the servers?
you don't think they cooked it like it was already pre-cooked and they
I'm
just
pretty
warmed it up?
sure I saw Armando and Ramiro in the back.
Oh, really? I've never noticed those guys. I thought it was just like mountain ladies.
No, the one time that pissed me off was when they gave us tacos,
Oh yeah,
and it
I was
was
like,
just a fucking. It was like a burro, but it was unwrapped, and then they had the audacity to put my fucking churro on the beans. Why would you put my fucking churro on the fucking beans? It was like the last day too, and I was like, "This is how you're sending me off? This is the last day, and you're giving me this garbage?"
That's funny.
I was pissed, dude. I was like, "This is a perfectly good churro that's covered in beans now."
I
I
could beat something though.
I went there, cause of my job. Like I went and delivered over there to the actual like music program, and I parked my van and I was like walking around a little bit. There were no kids. It was like a I forget like around what time of the year it was, but I think it might have been like around Christmas break, so there were no kids. It was snowing up there too when I went. Um, and Yeah, I was like just walking around, and then some lady like saw me. She was like, "Oh, can we help you?" Cause I was just kind of like walking around, like just like remembering, and then I was like, "Oh, like sorry, I came here like a few years ago, and I'm just like I'm walking around, and I'm like remembering." She's like, "Really, you came here?" And I was like, "Yeah, I got like I told her like I got a scholarship, this and that." She's like, "Oh," she's like, "Is there anyone that you remember?" And then I couldn't remember the name of our dean. Um, I, I couldn't remember his name,
I only remember one guy.
but and she started naming some names, and then at that moment I did remember. I was like, "Oh yeah, it's him." And then she's like, "Oh yeah, he's still here, but because we're in Christmas break, like he's not currently on campus." But he's like, "Yeah, he's still here," and like we're just talking, and I was like, "Okay, cool." And then I like went off, but I was like, a lot of good memories up here, and it was crazy. It was only 2 weeks, but so much happened in 2 weeks, bro.
Wait,
For
isn't
me, it was only a week.
Oh, that's right.
But even then, I feel like I was there for like a month.
Hmm.
It felt long, but like in a good way.
Yes.
It was like a good like because I think normally when you say something's like it's been a long time, it's like kind of like a negative connotation.
Yeah.
But that one felt long, but like for good reasons.
Yes.
I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it all.
I agree with that.
Wait, wasn't Jeff Tower the name?
Yeah.
No,
Big Belly?
Yeah, he was there. He was the main guy
he
on
was
camp.
there, but he wasn't the dean.
Oh no, he wasn't the dean. He was the director for the first for Jazz One.
Really? I
Because
thought
the
he was
dean
like
was like the dean was like some dude with like glasses.
Yeah, I can't remember what his
The
name
only
was.
one I remember is a McNeil.
McNeil. Yeah, McNeil. I actually after we left Ottawa, I actually got to like play video games with him. I used to play League of Legends with him.
That dude's insane. Because like you already like being so high up there, like you feel like the air over there. You feel how fresh the air is up there. It's so much thinner. This dude would be running. Y'all don't realize
We're in the
that
mountains.
hill from the fucking dining hall back to your dorm was the hardest thing to do, especially after you've eaten. It is the hard. It was like you dreaded having to walk back up to your dorm. It felt like it was at like a 90-degree angle.
I feel like it's your hate for cardio that's speaking, because I don't remember it being that bad.
You can ask Ian. You can ask Richard.
Or me.
It's because you're a cardio machine.
I maybe I just don't remember, but like I don't think it was that bad from what I can gather.
Like I said, you're a cardio machine, bro. Of course. Dude,
That's
you
where that,
ran kilometers, dude. Not even miles.
Michael Phelps. Who?
never mind.
He swims, dude.
You still need
It's a
cardio.
wrong sport.
Dude, he could
You
drown.
mean Usain Bolt and his
No,
daughter
you
with that
need-
wicked name.
You need
Oh
cardio.
yeah, Olympia lightning bolt. That's a see like what I told you guys earlier. If that girl is not the fastest woman in the world, that name will she's gonna want a name change. Because
He basically was like, "All right, you're gonna be a runner."
yeah, he was basically like, these are your expectations. They are this high.
They're so high, it's your name.
Yes.
You might as well call me High Expectations Bolt. like, like what are you supposed? If you're just an accountant with the name Olympia Lightning Bolt, and you're just like a fucking lawyer, like you're part
What
warrior.
if she
part
lawyers?
lawyer?
What if she lawyers super fast?
How do you do that?
You know, she solves these cases. She gets you out of there like that.
I don't think that's how it works.
That doesn't
Either
work
she,
that
she gets you prosecuted that fast, or she gets you out of there like that fast. But she does it.
Have
that.
you ever done jury duty?
I got summoned and I went there, but then like we didn't actually go. They're like, oh yeah, they didn't
Okay.
need you guys to go in.
Okay, well, it takes 2 days just to get the jury, so I don't think speed lawyering is a thing. They don't just show up and start stacking fucking like those cups and shit and go doof, doof, doof. Yes! Oh my god! That's not how lawyering works, okay?
I like how we were.
I saw a car. You know how they put those ads in cars with the whole wrap and shit. There was this car with the ad on it that said lipstick bail bonds. It said you can kiss jail away.
Oh wait, no?
Yeah, and I was just like, oh, okay.
One
Look.
kiss is all it takes, dude.
Every kiss begins with K.
So do we.
So
Look.
we do.
When you take the 10 freeway to LA,
Okay.
There's a billboard that's always there, and I
I know
always
what you're
love
talking
it.
I know
I
you're
always
talking about.
love it. It's the billboard. I think it's right before Rosemead, the Rosemead exit.
I know what you're talking about.
Is it the Asian lawyer one?
Yes. Yes.
Part lawyer, part warrior.
Yes, dude.
Fucking
My
love
favorite,
that.
dude.
You know what? I recently made this discovery. So I'm on YouTube,
He's not Asian.
and you know how before YouTube they play ads, right?
Uh-huh.
This man has a YouTube ad.
Oof.
What?
It's in whatever language he's speaking. I don't know what language it is, but it's the most intense fucking thing ever, dude. I wanted to run through a wall, dude. Dude, I felt so pumped listening to whatever this man was saying. He could have been saying complete bull. He could have just been ordering food, but the way he was saying it, with the conviction he was saying it in, dude, I was like, yo, I need to start lifting some weight. You know what? I'm energized now, dude. Let's go run that marathon. Like legit. I'm not even. It was like a Jet Li movie, dude. I was like, I don't. I had the option to skip, and I was like, no, I'm watching this.
That's
Oh,
funny.
I was watching, dude. I was like, yo, he has a YouTube ad.
part lawyer, part warrior.
Part lawyer,
I'm gonna look it up
part
now.
warrior.
Dude, I love him.
Dude,
I want to get in a car crash just so he could come and
just so he represents me.
yeah,
I'm like, you have a lawyer, I have a warrior.
dude.
Bars.
I
You
think
know what we're gonna need lawyers for? When we use our hashtag model after every ad. Just do it. So do we.
Oh, we're gonna need a trademark lawyer,
I'm trying to bring it around full circle.
a
So.
trademark warrior. Dude,
Home of
It's
the
like the
Lobos.
that's such a
So
cool
we-
fucking like legit like. That's bars, dude. That's bars. You can't fucking hate on that.
live,
What a
laugh,
cool,
love.
if I
So
was
do
a
we.
lawyer, I would have been like so mad that I didn't think of that first.
So we.
Dude, that's so
Uh,
cool.
You could be like the reptile exhibition. So do we.
I'm talking
You never see that billboard ad on the 605. It's always about a reptile exhibition, and like it always says on January 1st through 4th. But like it's been 2 years. Like what happened to all the reptiles? Like are they still there?
Part lawyer, part warrior. So do we. is that the thing you have to do?
Yeah. But point
It's like that.
So we-
It's like that one lady that Jack has as Yuli's contact picture.
I forget where I got that lady from.
I think I
She
sent
looks
it
like-
during the World Cup.
She looks like she's selling some kind of insurance.
Yeah, during the
Like
World Cup.
she's Adriana's mom, like
she's-
Fred Lawyer's mom. Dude.
She's she is the dueña of.
I can't remember who she is. But if you guys find this lady, send us a DM with her contact info so Yuli can hit her up.
Oh,
But hold on, it's kind of
su
like
madre.
I don't know how to make it. Oh, there you go.
Oh, there it is.
There it is.
What a legend, dude.
But I think this is a good point to end this cast, this
And then with the bay.
episode of the Quarantine Edition podcast. You can follow us at BTTD on Instagram and Twitter, at JCProds for myself, King_Yuli for Yuli, no soul __ for Noe. Don't forget to subscribe, like, leave a comment as to why you hated the podcast, turn on the notification bell, and yeah, we'll catch you next time. Bye bye.
So do we.
So do we.
Or you having issues with your car battery starting to light up? Well, so do we.